So this is a meditation for alignment, toning at the chakras. And it goes like this. You start at the lowest note that you can make at your root chakra, the anus. You go up the spine to the crown, and then I usually go 3 above. And then you come down the front of the chakras, back to the root. And so, and in between each toning, you take a breath and you yawn, and then you go up to the next octave. So this is how that works. This is what this sounds like. So at this point, you can have all sorts of things happen, like the tears coming down from all the yawning, and there's a couple of variations to this where you do the vowel sequence. So this is what that looks like. So you go A-E-I-O-U, then backwards. And there's another variation that is, you're encouraged to just kind of make this your own. You get the general idea where you're toning, and you go up and up the scale as you go up you're picturing the chakras rotating at a diameter of about 5 to 6 inches, and the appropriate color, and as you're going up the spine, you're picturing them rotating, always rotating in a clockwise direction. As I said, at a diameter of about 5 or 6 inches, and whichever chakra you're working on, you're seeing it healthy and rotating and the right color. So if it's a heart chakra in the back, it's the same as it is in the front. It's green and it's rotating at 5 to 6 inches. And when you reach the crown, and same as with the root chakra, these two are, you see them rotating clockwise. In the root, you see it rotating clockwise, and you see the two joining at the center, and all the other chakras plugging into it. So if you were looking at it from the side, what you'd see is, these little tornadoes plugging into the central tornado that starts at the top and the bottom, and they meet in the central meridian, the central channel. And your goal here is to make sure that they're in alignment. And so here's another variation on this whole thing. So what I've done is, um, for the most part, I'm using the Om mantra, but you can use any mantra that you want. I'm encouraging you to kind of just make this your own, and you could use Hue, you can use whatever. If you do TM, you can use your TM mantra. Um, the goal is, just follow your intuition, and the goal is to uh, um, make a vibration that kind of fills your being, and it's like scratch that itch. If you're there, you're responding to your intuition. That if you need to make a sound, make the sound. Move your body around a little bit, and just you know have it affect you. So this was the something that I was given to understand a long time ago, about 20 some odd years ago, when I went through a spiritual acceleration where I was in a state of bliss 24 hours a day for nearly 3 months. I was given many things to understand by the universe at that time, and one of the things I was given to understand is that this that everything is infinite love, and that the divine vibration that we're surrounded by, and that everything is made of, is infinite consciousness. And if you were to immerse yourself in water, excuse me, if you were to immerse your head in water, so that only your mouth and nose were above water, and you were to do this, I highly recommend that you try this in your bathtub if you have one, or in hot springs. If you were to do this, you would. It's really easy to hear the divine vibration at that point, which is this high-pitched hum-hiss sound that you hear when there is no sound. Like you come in from a really loud place into a quiet place, you hear that vibration. That's infinite consciousness. And when we recognize what it is, it's the vibration by which all things are manifest. And when you recognize what it is and invoke it, invite it, and welcome it into your innermost being, to touch every aspect of yourself, not just your cells, but your consciousness, then essentially, as the saying goes, all will be revealed. You'll realize whatever it is that you need to realize. And at the same time, if your head is submerged in water, it's really easy to hear this divine vibration. And then when you do this technique, you'll hear a sound that is a variation of that. It's resonating in a similar frequency to the divine vibration. Essentially, you're making the divine vibration. You're uttering the divine vibration, and you can't hear it when you're just doing it out here like this. But you can hear it when you're submersed in water. You can hear that you're in a harmonic with the divine vibration. You're creating that every time that you Om. And so the essence, the science behind this is that when you start with the lowest note that your vehicle, your vessel can create, and then go up the scale, that your body, every cell in your body, is ultimately going to receive, as you go through all the octaves and scales and whatnot, that it's ultimately going to receive the optimum vibration that you're capable of creating, that it needs in order to return to its default setting of perfect alignment. And so as you do practice this on a daily basis over a very short space of time, you're basically reinforcing your default setting, your body's default setting, as well as your psyche's default setting of harmony. Because one of the things that I was given to understand by the universe is that harmony is our natural state, that we naturally return to a place of harmony, and this is known as homeostasis, right? So when we practice this technique over time, every day, within a matter of weeks or months, depending how out of alignment we were, our vessel returns to its default state, in theory. And this is something that one can practice when you feel out of alignment, and coupled with other things like standing on your head is a way of proactively practicing alignment. So I think that's all I want to say about it right now. If you have any questions, whatever, you can contact me directly via my social media, blah blah blah. DavidAlexanderEnglish.com, DAEnglish.com, DAEnglish@gmail, and I think it's my YouTube is the same. So thanks for checking it out. Check out the app daily, and sign up for the newsletter if you're not already signed up. The True Blue Believers newsletter on my website. So thanks again for listening, and have a very blessed day.